Happy St. Patty's Day on this balmy, I think it's like 12 degrees on my deck here. And I'm going to do a kiln unloading. Angus and I have been busy measuring all that, oops, which way am I going? Pottery for its ounces, the mug ounces. I did a few larger ones, and I know the folks who are looking for larger mugs are often asking how many ounces in this. So I think I'm up to 20 on some, and I have a new, well, kind of new launch, collection launch. So I'm calling this, let's see if I can get that better. There we go. I'm calling these cut design mugs. I had just released some that were less detailed than this, called London Fog because of this variation of glaze. But I was thinking about calling it Fern Gully, but I didn't feel like getting sued. So I'm going to call it Fern Woods because it just has that lush green, come on spring look to it. So I'm going to start with the numbering. If I pour water out, it's because I was measuring. So as I have done before, I'll tell you the number of the piece. So that's number, in this case, 1, and the ounces. So anything under 16 is 45, unless it's wee tiny. I don't have any of those today. They're under 16 is 45 and over is 50. Anything 20 and above is 55. So here we go with number 1, and it is 16 ounces. I'm not going to do all, I don't know how many pieces I have. I have some duplicates of some of these. And so these mugs I'll just do individually because I think the designs are different, a little bit different, as like this one has a flower on it. So number 2 is 18 ounces. But there's some things like soap dishes that, or spoon rests that have duplicates that I'll just say this design is so much. Oh, I just realized I'm still wearing my new studio glasses. What do you think? They're kind of geeky, but I like them. Tortoise shell. I just needed something that my last glasses got so scratched that I needed something just for the studio. I love how this glaze, it's called, ooh, I got a bird flying, buzzing me. It's called breaking when the glaze has a different color on the edges, but where it pools, there's different colors. So this floating blue is delicious. When it's poured thinly, yeah, people complain all the time. I don't show off the color well enough. I've tried so many different kinds of lighting and none seem to show up. But it's kind of a greeny color where it's thin. It's where it's thicker, it's light blue, and in between there's this delicious mix of the two, flecked blue. So on these I did poured the insides once, so it's green. On the edge, or I dipped the green down to here, upside down, dipped the green up to here, and then a second dip gave me another color. And then on the bottom, I did my clear glaze with some tints that I added. So it's kind of a greeny gray. And where the two meet, sometimes you get this really, really kind of vibrant blue. So that's number 3, 15 ounces. And then another variation on that is my turquoise, which I am going to discontinue because when it's good, it's very, very good. And when it's bad, it's horrid. Just like the poem. There was a little girl who had a little curl right in the middle of her forehead. My mother would always tell me this poem. I don't know when she was good, she was very, very good, and when she was bad, she was horrid. So that was me, apparently. So anyway, I left the cream color of this with clear glaze and the turquoise runs, which ran over the design, which I do not mind. I think it looks kind of cool. So that's number 4 at 16 ounces. Number 5 is also 16 ounces, slightly different. Number 6 is 20 ounces, so it's got more of a turquoise run, so it was horrid, but it didn't cover it up completely. I love this. Looks almost like an ocean where it meets the clear glaze. It's gone darker. Number 7 is 15 ounces. It's more sleek. Number 8 is handleless, and it is 20 ounces. So if you like your wine or whatever, mixed drinks. So this green and blue are both semi-opaque or semi-transparent, and they show the design quite cool. In between, there's where the glazes overlap, there's a turquoise. So I think I said 8 is 20. 9 is 18 ounces. So the handleless ones are 40 and 50. So between the under 16 and 16 and over. Number 10 is 19 ounces. The design is a little less visible, but it's still there. It's under the blue. It's really kind of cool to see. Number 11 is 18 ounces. These could be a vase. I think they would be a nice squat vase. And then what did I say that one was? Number 11. 12 is 16 ounces. I promise you, I'm going to tease the big mug people. This is probably not big enough. Bigger. I work at doing some bigger, but I think you're unreasonable. No, I'm just kidding. This is quite a big mug. It would cool off for me, just the rate at which I drink coffee. So they are microwavable. They're dishwasher safe. So if you are that type of person and want to heat it up in the microwave, that works too. And on these, I'm not sure what's happening. It's a new glaze for me, the clear glaze, because the old clear glaze was running quite a bit and I was having to smash too many cups. So I switched my clear glaze, and on another piece, in a different load, it kind of did this flaky, or not flaky, it's not flaky, it's very much adhered, but it's rougher on the white. So on these I thought, well, I wonder if I just use a little bit of my old clear glaze and it's still doing the same thing. So I don't know if it's the white does that, but it's kind of neat because it's a little snow-like. So number 12 is 16 ounces. Number 13 is 17 ounces. Number 14 is 16 ounces. Number 14 is 16 ounces. So when you see something you like, jot it down. Hit reply on the email. If you're seeing this on YouTube, you could check in with me to see if I still have them. I leave my YouTube videos up for a long time, so you can see what I do. These ones are pretty much standard, this design. I'll keep doing it. So if you like this-ish and it's 2 years later, you can still ask me, do you have any of those? Oh, these are Misty Mountains. This cut design again was Fern Wood, and this is Misty Mountain. So number 15 is 18 ounces. Where this turquoise is clear, you can see that where it's thick, it runs, and where it's thin, it has gaps. But a lot of people have told me, no, that's good. I like that. It's interesting. So it's like clouds over the mountains or something. Fortuitous that it's over the mountains that happens. Number 15 is 18 ounces. I think I said that. Number 16 is the floating blue I was talking about. Where it meets the clear, it goes this dark blue, but it has that, where it breaks, it's brown. You can see all of the colors. This is thinner, so it's green, and where it's thicker, it's blue, a baby blue. Very dynamic. Misty Mountains. 16, number 16 is 19 ounces. Number 17 is 17 ounces. So they're just two of those ones. I also, that on the Fern Woods, this is a new glaze. I haven't really, did I? Yes, I had one or two pieces that I was testing it out on. It's familiar to me where I worked in the studio before. They had this color. So pouring out the water. Here's some more reasonable, sized mugs. They are, this is number 18 at 14 ounces. And there are 3 of those. So that's in the old blue. That's called that. What do you think? The old blue. Number 19 is 16 ounces. Oh, a little frog. I try and showcase that frog. 20. Number 20 is 13 ounces. So for getting smaller, for those of you who like a smaller mug. And even more small, I did a couple in this blue, which I was calling cobalt blue. It's number 22. It's 15 ounces. It's a nice solid blue. Number 21. I think that was 20. Oh, 20. Oh, I thought I said jumped the gun there. Okay, so 21 is 13 ounces. They're both. So 21 is 13 ounces, 22 is 15 ounces. You might make a nice little pair for a couple who wants a Misty Mountain mug. I have to go off screen for a sec. That was 22. And because I went in the house, I found 2 more of the Fern Woods. So number 23, so they're not in sequence obviously, is a spearmint. And it shows through really quite nicely. Where it breaks, it's lighter, and where it's in the cut design, it's darker. And then it has this, I think why it's called spearmint is kind of has some flaky, I keep using flaky, flecks of lighter green that make this very dynamic. And so that was 16 ounces. Number 24 is also 16 ounces. It is a London Fog glaze combination. Has a really nice band of blue where the 2 glazes meet, and a big flower. Somebody asked me, is that a sunflower? And I'm just going to not say. You get to say what it is. So those are both 16 ounces. And I have here, let's see if I could put it down properly, some noodle bowls, which I was very sad. 3 of them, the glaze ran, so I had some glaze troubles. Number 25 is the old blue, which where you can see my throwing lines, where my hands were on the wheel. I leave those sometimes. They come with chopsticks, not these ones, but I'll have some ready for them. So number 25 is a $32 noodle. I would consider this like a pho bowl or a ramen bowl. They're bigger anyway. And then 2 of this combination. And since I'm retiring the turquoise, I'm not sure I'll ever have this again. It just turned out beautifully. So 2 of these, number 27 and 28, are just so cool. The combination is Temoku and turquoise, and where they meet is a delightful variegated lighter and darker blue and purple. I think those will probably go fast at the market. By the way, I take half of my things to the market and leave half at home. And so if you're asking for a specific item, you might have to wait a bit, or you might, if you go to the market and expect me to have it there because it's right at the right time, you will not necessarily see it. I'm trying to find a way to build my stock for one place and, well, for 3 different places. So number 28 is just a nice bowl. I think it's a nice bowl, and it's turquoise, sorry, it is old blue and spearmint, which has a very subtle turquoise streak where the two meet. Subtle as in it's darker. So when you look at it, it's beautiful. It would be nice to have that out on the counter, I think. A chip and dip bowl. That's number 29. So if you're replying to the email, you say number 29, please. These tend to go fairly quickly. They're 65, and I'm taking it to the market because that's where they go quickly, unless somebody speaks for it close by. I do have close by folks. All right, so the next thing in line are, I just made a whole bunch of little spoon rests for tea beside the stove. And what I've done is broken them down into piles of similar, we have a very loud, I think that's a blue jay talking, to similar glaze combinations. So this one is white and that clear glaze. There are 4 of those. These are $15 each. That's pile number 30. So if you like that combination where the white and the gray overlap into the blue, that's pile number 30. 31 is the green and blue and the turquoise in the middle. So they're all fairly similar. Like, I wouldn't say that there's anything much different about them. They all have a swirl. They might be slightly, one's bigger than the other, but I think that every one of them would hold a wooden spoon. Pile number 32. So it's not the whole pile that you get, but I'd like one of for $15. The 32. So this is the floating blue and the gray, which is that London fog combination. So it has some little bits of bright blue in it. Pile number, I'm getting flies. March 17 flies are flying into me. They're kind of stupid at this point. Pile number 33 is simply the floating blue. And pile number 34 is just the plain gray by itself, greenish gray. If you want something simple. 30. Okay, so that's pile number 34. Now what am I going to? Number 30. Okay, so the same goes. I'm just going to show you here what I have. Can I bring you a little closer? So this tray here is full of some things. So I have some that are similar and some that are different of these little mugs, and I'll show those to you in a sec. And some spoon rest soap dishes, whatever you want to call them. So I'll show them a little closer. So this is type number 35. So all of these that are floating blue have the same number on them, number 35. And so they're all about 8 ounces. They're little pinchy cups. I think good for a little drink of wine or a shot of something, or maybe that's big for a shot glass. Depends on how your day went. Anyway, they're all, number 35 is all floating blue. You might want to ask to look at different ones. So that has a leaf and a spiral. And this one has a little sunshine. They're sort of obliterated a little. And a leaf, smaller leaf, and a little, I don't know, flower. So there, that might be a preferential thing. You might say, could you show me all of the number 35s? So that's, this is a more dynamic stamp. By the way, I made all the stamps out of pottery for these. So I made the stamp, carved it, put it through the one firing so that I could stamp these. And the stamping, I don't know, I just think it makes a wonderful little finger hold. I made them in consideration of people's cacao ceremonies, and what if you have to look that up if you want to know. And so yeah, so those are kind of greeny blue, number 35. Number 36 is, there's only one of them. It's where the floating blue and the white meet. It's got a different shape to it. Same with the spearmint. They actually, the spearmint ones are both the same. They both have the same stamps in them. Little fat cups. A delight. I think orange juice. What would you put in it? So here's that London fog combination of glazes again. Lovely. I tried to get it where the stamp is, that was the overlap, because I know where the stamp is, it will pick up that really vibrant electric blue. This one not so much, but it's got a little flash of it here and there. So that's number 38. Those two, there's only two of those. And there's two of this number 39 with the spearmint on the bottom and the turquoise on the top. Look what it did here. Oh, sorry. Spearmint on the bottom of this one and floating blue on the bottom of that one. So again, I don't know if I'll have that again. It's kind of cool that it happened that way, but I'm just about finished that. I don't like to waste. I'm not throwing it out, but I'm just got it, just a little splash left of the turquoise, and I'm going to try some other ones. So these are leaf plates. They're, oh, I didn't think of using them as a plate. You could. A little snack on there. Well, half an apple and a cheese. They are number 40. There's one without a stem, and I think it's cute and fat. The other two have stems. You can tell me which ones you want. Sorry about the clinking. 40, number 41. And you'll discern these by the color. So this one is old blue. It is a smudge sun, moon, and stars smudge plate. So yeah, as it's burning, it would, the ashes would fall into the plate. And I added a little incense hole as well. Was I holding that too far down? I don't know. Anyway, those are 25. Oh, I forgot to say, the little, these little cups are 17. And so I have of the number 41, I have only 3. There's the blue, and this one is green. The spearmint green. And another blue, but it's smaller. I'll be working on these some more. I do believe that is it. I hope you can understand all of the instructions. I hope you have a great St. Paddy's Day, which probably by time this is out, it's not St. Paddy's Day anymore, and that your spring is coming. Spring is coming. Yay. If you're liking what you see, you can hit the bell to subscribe. You hit the like, and don't respond to the YouTube video. You can respond by going to my website, which I hope I remember to put down below in the comments, and or you could sign up to, on my website. You can sign up to my newsletter, to which I make, for whom I make this. It's and my website is, it looks like margotsoltice.ca. So margotsoltice.ca. And you can hit the subscribe button and follow me wherever I go. Thanks. Peace out.